Hello, my dear friends. I'd like us to talk about coronavirus, COVID-19, the pandemic. It has really affected largely most of us. There are some who have already lost their loved ones. Sorry about that. And to those who are in the hospital suffering of coronavirus, the deadly virus, we pray that everything goes on well. We are hopeful that everything is going to go well. I'm very sure and I know that the environment in the hospital has never been friendly. That those who have been operating their businesses, right now the businesses are stuck. Those who have been employed, their jobs are at stake. We pray that everything goes on well. However, there are also those ones who are still working but having a half-paid job of the salary they used to get before. Whereas the expenses are still increasing, they are raising up, yet the income have been reduced. That is also another effect. Then there are the worst people who have lost their jobs, those who have been laid off from their duties. There are some who have lost their small businesses that we are working on. Others have been not working in those time of lockdown, total lockdown, the months we spent at home without moving out, without opening any business. But those people, their landlords are still demanding the rents. You will find that some are being demanded from where they stay and from where they're working from. So you can see that the debt is really huge. We pray that God will surely provide and put the way where there is no way. I'd like to speak to mostly those who are seated at home. Have you been laid off from job? Have you lost your job? Or even those who are still working, but the income has been reduced, but the expense are still shooting high. This is what I want us to do. I personally have started doing some. There's some small businesses that we can set aside to help us meet some things at home. How do I mean? By sitting at home, of course, you are eating, you have to continue paying some utilities, the bills. So honestly, sitting at home and you start lamenting how 2020 is a dead year. If you are among those people who are saying 2020 is a dead year, kindly rub it off in your mind. Because remember, the energy we used to send is the same energy we receive. Let us try to be positive as much as we can. I know at some point it's not easy to be positive in such situations. But let us teach ourselves, teach our minds, let it be our manner that by having good, positive vibes in our mind, always thinking positive, it will help us to live this life in a better way. It has already happened. The pandemic has really hit all over the world. It's not only our country, it's not only you. It has hit us, all of us, however, at a different levels. I'm encouraging you, don't just throw in a towel. Don't just be too negative. Don't lose it. Don't give up. We can still make a fresh fruits out of 2020. We can still be hopeful for better in this year. We still have few months to end the year. But we don't know when the pandemic is going. We are not sure whether next year will be better. We are not sure when is this whole saga of pandemic is ending. But meanwhile, as we are still living and we are still having more expenses to meet, let us try to have the plan B. Start up something small that can keep you going. If you are dealing in other businesses which have collapsed, venture into food. We are so lucky that we are in season of food. You can at least start up with matoke. Sell matoke. People are still eating. However much we are in pandemic, we cannot stop eating. People, we are eating. Sell matoke. If you can't manage to raise the capital of selling bunches of matoke, find out how much is a sack of matoke. Find somewhere. Sell your matoke. Look in your neighbors. Ask them. Sell them matoke. Market yourself. Start laying your hands on something in your home. You can deal in daddies. I personally am dealing in daddies and I've seen it working for me. As long as you have a good quality, move around those nearby retail shops in your area. Move around if you don't have a transport. Walk at a walkable distance. Try to market your things. If they are good, surely you'll have to get the market. Try to do nuts. They can also work. Do samosas. Ask those retail shops to help you sell them. Sell vegetables. You can inquire, do the research. What are the vegetables that I can start with? How much capital do I want? And then you look around how you can manage to start up something. Do grocery. You can even start a home delivery business. See how you can be buying things and you deliver them to some people's home. There are those people who don't want to move out, but when you do the delivery business, it will help you. You will benefit something. They'll also have the services at their doors. Are you having a smartphone at home? Don't just waste your time on smartphone, WhatsApping, seeing on Facebook, taking photos, posting yourself, lamenting how that 2020 is total a dead year. No, my dear. We can look past that. You can start using your smartphone to Google to see how to make some things. Try, do some doormats. There is money in that. As long as you learn how to do it and you do it perfectly, you'll be getting clients. Learn how to do crafts. Learn how to use your hands. Have something with your hands laid on. My dear friends, in the days we are living in, we need to come up with something. Even when you are still working, you can have a side business. Deal in things that are on market. Try to study the environment where you are staying and deal accordingly. Deal with them accordingly. Are they having kids? Can you come up with something to entertain the kids? Because I understand kids are now at home. How come up with something? My dear friends, let us not sit down and wait until when the pandemic is going. We are not sure when it's ending. So instead of sitting at home, for one reason, when you be at home, the more stress you're going to be, the expense is increasing and you're not having anything. It's better you receive something small, you have something small that can be able to put food on your table. Don't undermine small things. Maybe if you have the better savings, you can try and look up on other bigger side of things. Have a big grocery shop. It do work. Start up something which is now on market. People are eating. People are looking for medicine. People are trying to boost their immunity. See how is it done. Make it your job. Mind you, these days, the things that are selling are lemon, oranges, ginger, because we have to take them to boost our immunity. Okay? My dear friends, I'm not telling you that do this business for the lifetime. In this pandemic, we have to get something to do. You never know. It can catch up and becomes a bigger business. It depends how you build on your business. These dirty jobs that we undermine, these small jobs that we undermine, it has money. There is no job that cannot give you money. As long as it depends the way how we deal with it. What matters, how are you focusing on that job? How do you see that job? How do you take that job? Any job is a good job as long as you work on it. You improve on the standards. You make it modern. Don't just think that by slaying, then it's a better thing. Why does it add on you when you slay but you don't have what to eat? At the end of it, you'll have to go back to village. It's not what we want. We all want to grow together. We all want to have a better life. But better life when you're working something. Lay your hands on something, my dear friends. Do research on things that you can do. Even when you are being employed somewhere, mostly those who are still employed, please start up something alongside that job that you have. For we never know what is coming tomorrow. But then again, before I forget, always remember to wash your hands, sanitize, put on the face mask. If you find out that you're coughing, you have any sign, please visit the hospitals for checkup. And always put on the face mask to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Be responsible for your neighbor. Be responsible for someone you sit with in a car. Be responsible for the person who's driving you on a border. Please, those also border riders are our people. Let us not spread it just like that. Coronavirus is real, but I'm very sure we can prevent ourselves. Coronavirus is real, but let's keep being hopeful that our prayers are to be answered soon. It has been my time, my dear friends. Pick a green leaf and use it. Until next time.